Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeons. Last time we did a little bit of a AI only run, at least as far as the auto battle combat goes. And this time, I think it's a good time to return back to basics a little bit. Sure, I'll take that. I'm gonna do default identities only, I think. I think I did that for the first episode, kind of, but like, I figured might as well do it. Try and go for just like 5 default identities, because I barely ever use them. And I'm just going for these 3 because they're probably good. I haven't really bothered looking into too many of them. And tomorrow's episode I'm probably just gonna do this again, but like with some of the other identities. Just try not to have any repeats, something like that. I think that could work well. Now, base Ryoshu is the only default identity I've actually used a fair bit, so I understand how that one works. I think Honglu is all about getting buffs for not taking damage last turn, and Heathcliff just buffs himself from his various attacks. Yeah, like on use gain attack power and damage up next turn. It's a blunt, so it's not going to be useful against these guys, but Brushstroke's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, that just kills. And Dual Strike's also going to do a fair bit of damage, I think. Not if it gets 2 tails, though. Forgot to consider that as a possibility, since they're all low sanity. Makes sense, though. Got a little resonance there for the sake of it, and the Dual Strike killed that time. Very nice. And, yeah, I'll just do Ryoshu. I guess she doesn't have a Tath ego, but most of these... Honglu's the only one of these people that's actually got a Tath. Both Ryoshu and Heathcliff only have he. Can't wait for next month. Because that's when we're going to get next season, and therefore we're going to get a lot of egos. I think they're... I mean, they said they're going to be releasing the egos on the Battle Pass, like, periodically over a few weeks. So, like, even if you do immediately max out the Battle Pass, you'll still take a bit to get some of the egos, I assume? Hard to say. I don't know, exciting that the new banner's coming out next week. What seems to be the final banner of the season, unless they add an additional banner due to pushing back Chapter 4, but I don't know if they will. Maybe, though, who knows. With N-Corp Sinclair and his incomplete Mark-a-Cane. Very interesting. I'm excited to see what the Uptide lore is going to be. The main thing is, like, almost certainly it's going to have Demian in the Uptide lore, but will it be actual Demian, or will it be someone else as Demian? Because that could also be funny. But I don't think we'd get... I don't know if they do that, though, because I think it's going to be a long time before we get any Demian-related identities, and I'm sure the only person who will get a Demian identity is Sinclair himself. And that's going to be, like, endgame type stuff, I'm sure. Akin to stuff like the blue reverb outfits in Ruina. Outfits, keep ages, you know what I mean. Nice. These Dula. And that should do it. I guess if I really wanted to commit to the default bit, I could like only use default egos too. I took Roseate Desire though already. I can't just disable it. I could just not use it though, which I might do. It fits with the whole default theme. Yeah, why not after all? And I'll just skip all future egos, I guess. Yeah, confirm, and we do not need 4th Match Flame. We'll have Roseate Desire. I can't go back on that one, but, like... It's not like I'd use that one in the first place, so I'm sure it's fine. Because if we're only using default egos, I guess I could try, like, thinking a bit more about how to build this team. Like, I'd need a lot of Gloom if I want to actually use Honglu's default, which is a pretty good one. Of course, the issue then is I don't know which of the default characters have good Gloom. Well, both of this guy's minions died, so it's just him. Unfortunate for you. You are going down. Yeah, just splatter his insides, as Ryoshi does, and then this splatter's gonna get the damage up because he's already taken damage. And he finishes it off. Simple enough floor 1, as always. I don't think Sun Shower does much for us. It'll probably take Clip Scarlet Moth just for more damage. It does a decent job of killing people. Yisong, Faust, or Otis? Probably not Faust. I don't want both of the people whose default ego is just, like, mass attack. I'll take Otis, why not? I think she's got some gloom. Yeah, a little bit. Not a lot, though. That's not really gonna help towards that idea. Yisong probably had gloom, but oh well. Too late to go back on that. Simple enough. 3 fights, 2 events, and a level of space. Unfortunately, looking at this pattern, I think it does mean that, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, looking at this pattern, I think it does mean we're not going to get a level of space on the 3rd floor, which is always unfortunate. So I think it can only appear on 2 out of 3 floors. But I don't know for sure. I don't always pay attention to the pattern. Although I certainly do have a lot of footage I could use for studying these patterns, so maybe I should, you know? All of them have been staggered. Well, other than the one that died. But there are none that have been left unscratched by our attack. Brush grip kills, yep. Bat. And then the whirlwind kills. Yep. All is good. And Otis needs to level up. But we don't need Yasunyata. And yeah, just go this way. Should be good. Okay. More of these guys. What are they weak to? Well, they're resistant to pierce, so I probably shouldn't piercing thrust. They're weak to blunt, though. Although I think dual strike might just be better here. Yeah, probably. So that should work. Oh, nice. Just barely won with Otis. Back slash. Back power, yeah. Always nice. And then just go for the high damage stuff this turn. Just finish both of them off. Oh yeah, that guy got staggered by the moths. The moths are from the... That's from the Lantern Abno, isn't it? I think so. Hard to tell off the top of my head. But I think that's right. Definitely makes me really wonder about that, because it is a Meat Lantern aberration as far as we're aware. It's similar-ish. Oh, everyone can get to level 20 here. Love to see it. Oh, blood. I love blood. Give me your blood. I think this is one where I've never actually donated blood, because I'm like, wow, blood, comedic, and then I steal his blood. It's blood. Whatever it's supposed to be. Like a dried up corpse, probably. You've taken the last of his blood. Please, sir, my blood. I need my blood in order to bleed. Why are you doing this to me? I need your blood. I need to give your blood to my friends in order to give them a little bit of healing. every, what is it? Every hit, first hit of each turn, I think? Yeah. I need your blood in order to heal these guys on occasion. Ignore the fact that I, like, am fully capable of healing them more or less whenever, and their death is not anything to worry about due to that fact. They can be brought back from the dead, but I need your blood. Let's think of it as a donation to those in need. And we are in need of blood because we need it for our delicious health chicken. It's a little sauce. It adds a little spice, a little seasoning to it. But I'll take more healing. And then, oh, the robot man. Does anything bad happen if I order to do nothing? Nothing happens. Alright. That's what I thought. But you never know. Just that frame just cracks me up every time. Just the horrible food being fed to Mersa. Probably good. Honglu needs to redirect that guy. This lust though, so possibly the dual. I mean, this blunt needs weak to blunt, so that should even out more or less. You can. And you guys who both go for the guy defending, I think. That should be decently spread the damage. Backslash is going to be nice. Not enough to kill, but it is enough to stagger that one. This one might still be enough to kill, though, because these guys are weak. Yeah. Not surprised there. That guy's almost staggered. The bat will probably stagger him. He didn't even defend because of how the defense clashing works. And yeah, now just kill him. Pretty much any attack will just straight up kill him, so there's no need to put thought into that. I will put thought into in, like, normal battles, just because normal battles it's fast enough, but if I have to manually drag every single skill just for, like, the sake of doing 3 damage to a guy who's already dead, that kind of just feels unnecessary. Deals 2 more damage to single targets, yes, sure. We'll take Rodion, why not? Let me ask you a question. And then that's the part where you just stab me because it's a not funny joke. That wasn't funny. Probably just take top path here. Yeah, there's no level of spaces as I thought in this, but I can do. I don't only need 3 fights. I'll get 2 healing spaces, which won't matter, but I'll also get 2 events, which could matter. Could possibly give me something useful after all. I don't know what gifts would really help me. Probably just like a lot of the generic ones. Anything that gives Sin resources is always appreciated. Yeah, that should work. We've got a lot of slash, which is nice because these guys mostly weak to slash. Yeah, like that guy's just dead, I think. Brushstroke does a lot of damage to this guy who's weak to slash. Yeah, just kills. To be expected. Upheaval, this will not just kill because he resists the blunt. But pretty good damage for being resisted. Unfortunate. I think Slay's whole gimmick is that it's like power up when like Rodion's low sanity. Which really doesn't happen too often. I mean, it happens with Rodion more than a lot of people. Because of what is cast. Her passive makes her lose 10 SP whenever any unit dies, which definitely can't happen a lot in some fights. Yeah, I mean, it's a skill power +1, though, which is, like, almost nothing for that. Yeah. The support passive is really good, though. More damage with heads coins. Gambling is fun. That's kind of like the moral of the story with Limbus, I think. Just gamble. What could go wrong? And, okay, we're going to kill that guy, and this is a pretty clean sweep. Bleed and level down. I'll take the bleed and defense level down, because the bleed isn't going to do anything for us. Take a little bit of healing, top people off. Hopefully we'll get a couple level ups from these tiles. Rhodion's still level 15, and everyone else is level 20. Okay. We've got some blunt attacks. Okay, but that's just SP, isn't it? Yeah, he does not need the SP. So we can just go for the blunt attack regardless.
금방 다녀올게.
Not doing much there, but that's fine. This will do some. Not much, but it's fine. Yeah, Whirlwind will do a pretty considerable amount, I think. Slash better than Pierce against that guy. Not really a choice there. This'll kill. Oh yeah, these two are both going for that guy.
금방 다녀올게.
So, not too much faith in that guy's continued existence. Yeah, very strong attacks on Baitsong Lu. Always very funny how Hong Lu seems to have some of the most busted identities. Like, other than Liu, like, default's, like, pretty good for the default. I think I haven't used it enough to really make a good judgment on it, I feel. But then you've got Kurokuma and Ting Tang, which are both insane. But with stuff like Cloud Cutter and Shank having, like, similar usage, being able to get up to 4 coins. And then you've got, like, Mutilate, which is a super strong one-hit. And then you've got, I don't remember what the sloth one on Kurokuma is. The tertiary skill for Kurokuma, which is just paralysis, which is really nice to have against single targets. Copying Cranes, though, that's really good. We've got a fair bit of lust, I think. So it should give us a little bit, quite a bit more ego resource production capabilities. The Copying Cranes just guarantees that you get at least one of each, resource every turn, effectively, as long as you use a lust. Like this turn, we'll get 1 lust, 1 wrath, 3 pride, and 1 of all the other things that aren't being used. But that's insane, especially if you go full heavy into like 1 or 2 different colors of sins. Yeah. Pretty much just better version of the, what is it called? The one that makes you start with 1 resource and everything. I don't know how the names managed to escape me, because it's one I like a lot. It allows you to use, like, quite a few egos just immediately. It allows you to be pretty spammable with egos during the mirror dungeon. Not much choice there. Go for the Slay and Upheavals. Seems good. Yep. Hong Lu doing a lot here. I wonder if any of the default identities would possibly be good for trying to do some sort of solo run. I really don't think so. Oh, there we go. We can level her up at least. So everyone's 20 if nothing else. Sure, I'll take the glass. We don't need the healing. It doesn't really particularly help me, but still nice. And wow, fire. This is useless. Sure, you can do this though. There we go. No downside to that one, so might as well take it. Don't want to risk passing it up just in case passing it up has a negative effect. You know what? We've had Craig as the announcer for a while. I think it's Karen's time. Why are we changing it right before the final boss instead of, like, at a normal time during the run? I don't know. I just saw it and felt like it. Okay, Inquisitors. This is really easy, all things considered. Might be hard to win some of these early clashes. See, what are they weak to, though? I mean, it's not like we've actually got much of a choice in what egos we use. Just one of these two. Probably have Rodion use hers, though, since Otis is more than capable of Am I saying Otis is more than capable of winning Clash by herself? Speak to Slash. We should just go for. I'm gonna have. I'll have Ryoshu attack that guy a little bit, just to make sure we lower his instincts count, just so he'll become a lot more bearable later. And yeah, dominating clashes, and probably just taint him though. Don't want to get countered too hard. You always want to deal with counters with someone who can take slash attacks, since the counter's always slash. Nice. Ineffective, but that's fine. The important part is that we won the clash. And he's already taken a fair bit of damage, all things considered. Knock down. It'll give him strength next turn. And we used a lust, so we did get one of everything at least. So yeah, we can use. Well, we're not going to use this eco, but we can use the other ones if need be. What are your resistances? You resist slash, so you could try and just like deal with that guy a little bit, and then I'll have everyone else probably go for this guy still. Yeah, that, and that. That guy's definitely dead. This is really overkill, if anything, I think. Honglu will be countered. He's fine, though. Nice. Yeah, he's got a little bit of defense down. Tremor Burst, how useful. A little bit of damage on that guy. Counter, a little bit worrying, but Otis takes it. Yeah, figured as much. Oh, yep, and all those attacks were actually justified on that guy. I was kind of expecting them not to be. Ladder, that worked. And then you can smack down, and then I'll have Otis use Bathos Mathos to clash. That'll work well enough. This guy's not countering, so we can pretty safely just beat him up and kill him. Well, at least stagger him this turn. He might not die. We don't have too many very strong attacks coming in after all. Nice. And then shoot him. Gonna be close to staggering now. Oh, yep, there we go. There's the stagger. So these attacks will come in. Unless he does, like, insane amounts of damage, I don't think so. Yeah, he's still barely alive. So, yeah, let's just use a couple of these egos. Only one of them's actually gonna get to go through, that's for sure, but we can use most of them. In theory. And no theory is what matters. Please from this. There we go. 69. Yep, victory. Always nice to see a final boss like that you know is just gonna be a pushover. Yeah, this XP bar is still broken. Rodian did like nothing. I mean, we did recruit her later, but still, very interesting to see. Because that's like a very significant... I mean, we only did a couple fights on the final floor. We did like, what, 3 normal fights? And Rodion was underleveled for 2 or 3 of them? Might have been all of them. Eagle gifts. Nice, nice. And a little bit more Battle Pass experience. How swell. Let me check that now. Daily extraction time. Just see if we manage to get the one thing I'm missing or not. Not that it really matters right now. It's a funny ego, but I don't think Sinclair's soup is that good. I also just really like Impending Day and don't want to replace it that much. Merciful. And is it just gonna be a 9 shard kind of day? Oh no? Sure, Fine Hammer. I've got more than enough Heathcliff shards as it is, but I'll take it. Always nice to get it. But yeah, I think that'll be all for this episode. Probably next episode is probably going to be of a similar caliber to this episode, just with different default sinners. So hopefully you'll come around for that tomorrow this time. And thank you for watching. Bye.